You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Well, now we can start the show. Everyone's in their proper place? All right. It's another stellar episode of Combat Radio for you people that are, well, into listening to this shit. Here we go. How about a round of introductions? With me is, as he has been most recently, except when he sleeps through the show.
Yeah, that happens once in a while.
Yes, it does. But then again, a lot of our audience sleeps through the show.
Ooh.
Mr. Camden Toy, the man of 1,000 faces.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Looks like you're coming back from some work. You said you weren't, but
like no, I'm not actually. I know I've got this, like kind of collegiate look going on, but
Who are you trying to fool with that? Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. With the long white hair and the collegiate look, and it's like it actually kind of works. I think actually looks like I'm about to start teaching an English class, or
anyone who knows you knows that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the hospitality side, my buddy Tommy Fogarty's in the house. Tommy, how are you?
Excellent, Ethan. Thanks for having me.
The man behind Fogarty Wines. Do you want to say anything about yourself, or you want me to? Well, it kicks ass.
We'll talk about the winery a little bit, I'm sure, but I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you had me here, and I brought a couple things for you to try.
This guy's got a good radio voice.
He's going
to fit in. Really,
I've been told that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to.
You should have like your own Fogarty radio show.
There's lots that can be discussed.
It's about as competitive as the wine industry, I don't think.
Well, you know what?
I'm not biting on that one.
We stomp on our competition when we have a guest like this. Now, sitting over to my right is the man, one of our favorites, one of Combat Radio's favorites. There are many favorites, and this guy's one of them. Skip Engblom, the man. How are you?
Good. Nice to be here today. Thanks for having me back.
No, nice to have you back. Now, most of you may know Skip is actually a bit of a legend in both the skate and surf community. Dogtown and Z Boys fame. It's a small fraction. I mean, Santa Monica Airlines is really where the action is at, and Skip was portrayed by Heath Ledger in the film Dogtown, and they didn't want you to play yourself, apparently, at that point.
No, too fat and too cute.
Too cute, yeah, right. They needed to get someone less attractive, so they called this punk Heath Ledger. Actually, who you said was a fantastic guy in working with on the film.
He was like one of the greatest people ever. I think I've said this before, and I can just say it again. And just the nicest, best human being ever.
No, we can definitely respect that. Skip, as you may remember on this show, was famous for that.
What a quote!
I know.
Wow.
It's like a sort of a hand grenade under your.
It's so funny when I heard that on the playback. I'm like, man, I wonder.
It's almost a compliment.
It is. You guys are pretty cool, but I doubt you'd want your audience to know that.
Well, the cat's out of the bag.
Let's talk briefly. Stacey Peralta's going to be joining us.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Stacey here in just a few.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to via the telephone computer situation.
Yeah, but we've got some friends of yours that are listening in. I mean, Robbie Dick, Scott Anderson.
Yeah, Robbie Dick, Scott Anderson. Robbie Dick is a surfboard shaper I've worked with most of my life, one of my friends, and he lives in Portland, Oregon. So I want to say hello to him. And Scott Anderson, the guy that I currently work with in Marina Del Rey, who does employ me. I'm starting back to work on Saturday.
Fantastic. Right.
Nice to have work.
We'll get to the reason in a minute, but if Robbie Dick can take a break from shaping the Combat Radio board I know he's working on right now. Hello to him. Hello, Portland. There will be no encore. Anyway, so you're going back to work after a hip operation.
Hip replacement.
And are you back to skating too? Are you?
I'll know on the 24th when I talk to my surgeon if it's exactly what I'm allowed to do.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Although I've been swimming a lot.
You look great, man.
28 pounds.
I know, it's incredible, man. Everyone should have a hip replacement. It's great for the diet.
Well, if you have a doctor as good as I did, Surgeon Dr. Patel in Beverly Hills, I would advise everybody to have that done for them.
I mean, you said you feel great.
Yeah, unbelievable. Feel like I'm 40 years old again.
How long did it take for the physical therapy to go through that?
Well, I'm just kind of continuing on.
Right.
I mean,
but the initial, is it really difficult the first few
about
weeks?
6 weeks.
The first few weeks really difficult.
Yeah, it's. Let me just say this: like after you've had one of these operations, you have no sense of dignity left.
I know. You know, it's amazing how you just don't care.
Every stranger in the world will come in and look at you.
Come in and look at you and prod you and
Yeah, like the thing that's interesting is every 2 hours they wake you up and after surgery go, are you awake? You go, yeah,
I am now.
Now, oh man, I
Like,
hate
like
that too.
what's your name? And
Oh, they want to
what
make
do
sure
you-
you're still cognizant and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, sure.
Everyone
sure.
in my household is on strict orders not to wake me up if they catch me
Oh,
napping.
yeah, you
because
must
I
be a-
never sleep.
You must be a bear if
I
you
never
yeah.
sleep. So I always say, if you catch me sleeping, don't, unless it's an emergency, don't wake me up.
Right.
So I'd go nuts in that hospital environment. I would be like the worst patient possible, and I have been in the past. Actually, been that patient.
Was it like a
Not for a
teaching
hit,
hospital? Is it a university hospital or a regular hospital?
No, it's in a really nice hospital called Olympia. That's a small hospital in Beverly Hills. Somehow, through the labyrinth of medical stuff that you do with an insurance company, I end up with this like really super good surgeon in a great hospital, like not through my own doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it just was like
That's
the
a good
luck of the
thing.
draw.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to find a good surgeon.
But anyway, you look fantastic. You're up for skating again. I'm going to see you on a half pipe before the summer's out. It's
Probably
going to be
not.
awesome. No?
Like I like to just skate flat grounds, you know, like pump down the ocean front on my longboard skateboard. And that's a standard. At my age, it's like not the other stuff is not really advisable.
When you're out there doing that, do a lot of people stop you on the street as Skip? I mean, do they recognize you and say, basically, how would you define yourself in terms of the skateboard industry? You know, the godfather of skating to some degree?
A fat old bald guy.
No, see, I knew you'd be self-deprecating like that. But that's why I wanted to put it to you.
That's self-deprecating humor, you know.
But no, I mean, people stop you all the time. I think
Sometimes
some
yeah.
form of appreciation for what you give us.
Sometimes it's interest. I mean, yeah, it's like I have the lowest form of celebrity, like gutter celebrity.
That's a couple forms above us. So you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
We're looking up at you. We're radio. You're a gutter celebrity.
wow, man, this
You hadn't thought of it that way, have you?
We know what it is. Don't let the listenership fool you. We
Yeah.
understand where we stand.
We're not too deluded.
or look up to.
So you're a gutter celebrity. What's that good for? A free cup of coffee at Starbucks, or?
Occasionally,
Yeah.
free cup of coffee. Yeah, I got one today from your wife. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, that's not Starbucks. What he should be drinking, and he's going to be drinking soon, is the Combat Radio inspired Combat
we should be
Blend.
We should be brewing that here.
Through Cafe Mela, and you can actually get that through cafemela.com. Yeah, we should be brewing that here. You're absolutely right. And that's
Smells
the coffee everyone
wonderful.
needs to be drinking. It's incredible.
Well, it's essentially as a coffee addict, I'll be happy to.
Oh, I'm gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook up Santa Monica.
we gotta-
Airline. You got a headquarters. Can we funnel it into a company coffee maker and break room?
I can.
yeah.
No, but we could do that with my house. Where
Can we?
oh, sure.
Can we get a picture of you drinking it? You and
Oh,
me
absolutely.
having some coffee. I'm all about it.
Smiling and stuff.
No. And you know what? You're such a have always been a snappy dresser. I mean, you've got one of the best Hawaiian print shirts on I think I've ever seen.
Well, okay.
That's something Don Ho would wear.
Actually, well, no, because they don't really make they don't
Right.
really make long sleeve Hawaiian shirts anymore.
Yeah, it looks like it's linen as well.
This is like called bark cloth, and
Oh.
what happened is I bought the material here, washed it, and then I have a shirt maker on the Big Island.
Oh, you're kidding.
And she's in the little town called Honaka'a, and she actually custom makes my Hawaiian print shirts. I'm the only person she'll make long sleeve ones for because I guess technically they're more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
But the thing is you have to wash the material and shrink it first.
Hey, let me
That's
ask
just
you.
a tip for any of you guys who are really into having your own shirts made.
No, that's a styling shirt. And I normally don't throw those kind of compliments out there, but you're quite the dresser today.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.